this is Vivianite. It is an incredibly rare crystal that is only found in a couple very specific contexts. It is a hydrated iron phosphate crystal, meaning it has iron, phosphorus, and water involved in its structure. Now, initially, the Vivianite crystals are colorless, but the mineral oxidizes very, very rapidly, which changes its color to provide this dark green color. It can also come in other similar colors, including like a teal, a dark blue, a really dark green, or an almost black color, depending on the levels of oxidation as well as what other minerals happen to be present in the structure. Now, in addition to being a very interesting looking and beautiful crystal, the formation is pretty much the most interesting part of this, how and where it is found. One of the main places where Vivianite is formed is in fossils such as this one, which is a fossilized bivalve. You can see up here in this hole over there, that is a good amount of natural Vivianite crystals that had formed on this fossil. The calcium and phosphate found in the original shell are what contribute to the formation of Vivianite, and that formation is not purely on fossils. It can be also found on other things, which gives it its other name, the coffin crystal. Because Vivianite in fact can also form in and on coffins, as well as in and on the contents of said coffins. This up here looks to be a tooth with Vivianite crystal growths in it that was found growing crystals. When a corpse is buried in a coffin made partially or entirely of iron, that allows the chemical reactions to take place that are needed in order to form Vivianite. The iron is provided by the iron coffin, and the phosphorus and everything else is provided by the decomposition processes of the dead body, which causes these coffin crystals to be formed. Now, like you can see in this image up here, they're not those large dramatic crystals like I showed in the previous pictures. It's more like the crystals are just kind of filling in spaces within crevices and other things. Now, like I said before, Vivianite is quite rare. Not every iron coffin will form Vivianite. It is not a very common thing that happens. This also contributes to make Vivianite very expensive to buy. It's also a very, very delicate crystal with a Mohs hardness of less than 2, so it's very fragile. It's not very good in jewelry, and while it has been historically used as a paint pigment, again, it's not a very good pigment, so it doesn't have a lot of uses other than it being decorative. Regardless of how much functionality it may or may not have, it is still a very pretty crystal that is found growing in unlikely places, which just makes it even cooler in my opinion.